With the war against the Aserai seeming to draw to a close once and for all, Partia had much more time to think about things beyond what Unkid was planning, though Partia was not foolish enough to leave the old man entirely to his own devices. Still, it seemed that the demise of Unkid was all but imminent, whether it be by time finally catching up to him or in one final blazing cry demanding to be heard. Whatever might become of the all but dead man, Partia had something else on his mind. Home. Or rather, the lack of one. As the son of a merchant, Partia only had the briefest memories of life before traveling with his parents. He spent much of his youth all across the world in a caravan, sleeping in a tent under the stars. And while he was still a merchant in his heart, much grander affairs than trading had become the focus of Partia's life. The trading routes were no longer his home, if they had ever really been in the first place. He supposed Charas could be his home. It was the first city he had truly ruled over after all. Even if it was not Aserai land, it was the beginning of all that he now ruled over. Still, calling the place home did not sit right with Partia. And then, as his army rested close to the sea, and Partia found himself gazing up at the vast, star-filled sky above him, the answer suddenly came to him. Home didn't have to be a place. It could be a feeling, like how it felt to win a long and hard-fought battle, or when he finally found a moment of peace, free of all the worries he now faced, able to hold his wife. Or like this very night, eating around fires with his men, the beer flowing as men sang songs of victory and what they would do when they could return home. Home could also be people, like Arwa, his beautiful, wise, strong wife, all but perfect in his eyes. Partia could not imagine living without her. Or his sons and daughter, so young, full of life and potential. He hoped by the time they were old enough to partake in the world as their parents did, they would not have to worry about fierce enemies and brutal wars, being able to live in a time of relative peace. His brothers and sister as well, who had been lost to him for so long but now fit into everything as if they had always been there. Najun, who Partia could share memories of their parents with and who he knew he could always rely on. Alia, still so young, yet already making her place as his scout, but with so much room to grow. Fatid, soon to make his mark on the world alongside his sister. All the companions and friends he had made over the years, whether they were still with him or not, Partia would make sure they were all remembered for everything they had done for him. Home didn't have to be the place you were born. Home could be made, whether you knew you were making it or not, but everyone you met and everything you experienced. Partia finally knew this, and he realized he had been home this entire time. Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome you back to another chapter of the adventures of Partia al-Eat in Bannerlord. Indeed, home is where our friends are. Home is where our family is. Home is where we look to the future. Home is perhaps where we hang the heads of our enemies, as Valdim might have put it. Be that as it may, home is currently under threat. The Khuzait horse lords continue to hold on to Hassan Falk, Jabal Zamur Castle, and Tamnu Castle as well. They are an ever-present threat. Invaders in our home, the homes of all the Aserai people. They must be cast aside, forced back from whence they came. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bannerlord. This is going to be, I think it's going to be a rough session. The Khuzait have proven their capabilities on the battlefield, perhaps partly aided by my own misjudgments during that battle of the previous session. But that aside, I am, with full transparency and with all honesty, a little concerned about what's to come. We rest right now at Kablab. No reason to stay here for much longer. The troops have been recruited by the various parties that ride with us. We are, of course, able to look at trade opportunities as well, though there isn't much to get. There isn't much to gain. We have to consider our food situation as well. As many of you in the council have pointed out, it might be a good idea to stockpile a little bit. We only have 40 odd days of food with us. It's perhaps not a terrible idea to bring that up to a far more significant sum, especially if we intend to push forward, again, not just to Newcastle, but all the way to Hassan Falk. I don't know if that's going to happen in one campaign, though, if I'm completely honest. Perhaps, starving the people of Kablab of what little food they have isn't the best way to do it. Razi probably has a fair bit of food that we can pick up. Hubyar as well, if we need to pull back and pull back a little bit and pick up some food back there. Financially, I think we're doing all right. We're not perfect. We don't have the million plus that I would love to have. But I think what we'll do is, again, in fact, let's pull back to Hubyar, see if we can't buy some grain, sell some of our more maybe valuable items or even just some of our junk so that we're not really spending any money. Keep that balance, in the black, as it were, while we stock up for the battles to come, for the sieges to come especially. Now, there have been a couple of suggestions from the council, in fact, with regards to a variety of things. One of those things being the fact that we're marching around with an army. Many of you have suggested that we actually... It's pretty interesting. There have been a lot of contradictory pieces of counsel coming from the council, and sometimes that's like my favorite to see, because it's like, oh, okay, this is fun. Everyone's got their own kind of way to approach it. So one thing that was suggested was that we actually disband this army in its entirety so that we can move a bit more quickly in Khuzait lands, especially when it comes to chasing after smaller armies to train our troops against, or just to train ourselves for this new form of clash. Fighting against the Aserai, it was a challenge at first, but for the latter 3/4 of that War of Liberty, it was just basically us destroying the significantly weaker Sultanate that was trying to hold on to what was left of its powers. This is a different story entirely, right? So that's definitely a good call. My concern, though, is that if these guys, first of all, if we disband this army, I won't be able to recall them until they have recruited a fair number more. Not a terrible idea, because they should really be doing that. But I would like to at least take Newcastle before I send them on their way, so that we can feel a bit more confident with regards to the gains we've made in this war. So that's one thing that I'm thinking about right now, is that we take Newcastle and then maybe we let everyone go their own ways before we regroup and continue pushing up to Shabal Zumar Castle. The other thing to point out as well, many of you have suggested that it's... this was interesting, actually. So some of you are very much on board with Tovir being up north in his own army, leading this group, this band, as it were, and making some successes up north, maybe even drawing the attention away from the southern borders, bringing those Khuzait horse lords to the north and distracting them perhaps. But if we just leave Kablab over here, because we're going to have to anyway, and take a look at the situation up top, we will see that Gersigos Castle has unfortunately already been taken back. So whatever gains were made up north over here, and despite us, handing it off to a different noble as well, unfortunately, those gains were not held. And many of you, again, many eagle-eyed viewers, spotted the siege situation over here. We've had 2 successful ones, but they've had 1. And some of you were worried that it was actually deep within the heartlands of Ashkasi territory. Thankfully, that is not the case. It is just Gersigos Castle over here. So, is it really worth anything to have this lot up over here? Where is Tovir? All the way up over here right now. I mean, on the one hand, it might be beneficial because they might be keeping some of these others in check who might otherwise declare war on us. I don't know how much... I don't know how true that is right now, given that they're only traveling with an army 300 strong. See, if that army 300 strong were to join us instead, we'd actually make some headway, potentially. The worst thing that could happen right now, in my opinion, potentially the absolute worst thing that could happen right now. Well, okay, there's worse things, but realistically speaking, right? If this army, 300 soldiers only, sure, it's not a very big army, but it is a trained army, right? There are some low-tier troops as well, of course, but there are also Palatine guards, cataphracts, there are Mamluk guards, there are, full-on Aserai infantry, not veteran, but still infantry. We've got some valuable soldiers in this army. If these guys get chased down and defeated by a Khuzait army over 1,000 strong, which is almost a guarantee, then not only have we lost numbers, but we have lost quality as well. So I think, you know, Tovir has done some work. He's taken Gersagos Castle, but he wasn't able to hold on to it. We don't blame him for that, obviously, right? He's against a thunderous horde. We don't blame him for that. There are no, you know, hard feelings or anything, as it were. But I do think we should ask him to disband his army and perhaps join us instead. Together we are 900 strong. Together we might actually make some progress rather than, you know, move up a little bit over here, lose that territory right away, move up a little bit over here, lose this territory right away. Like, that just isn't ideal, right? So I think, again, I got mixed opinions. I got some people saying, let them keep roaming up there. I got other opinions saying, no, pull them back. This is bad. This is dangerous. So it's hard to like pick and choose. So I have to follow my heart, I suppose, a little bit. And I think it is time for Tovir to disband the army. And we'll wait until these guys perhaps raise some more soldiers for themselves before I draw them in my general direction. But yes, please, Tovir, understand it is nothing against you, even though it might upset you, and everyone who was with you there. But it's important. I don't want to see any more lives lost. And I know it's upsetting, but I don't want to see any lives lost. I don't want to see, you know, any... Again, not just among nobles either. I don't want to see soldiers thrown into the meat grinder of war, as they must be anyway. Let it at least be for some purpose, right? Apart from that, there was some talk as well of some of my policies. I got a couple of very good suggestions across the board, and if we go to the right tab, I'll actually be able to go over them, and perhaps we do enact some of them. We've already got noble retinues, royal guard. These are all, I'm very happy with these. These have been working out just fine. I'm not going to get rid of any of these. There was the suggestion to maybe take a look at hunting rights, grazing rights. I'll try and find these. They're not in alphabetical order, which is always fun. I don't understand why they wouldn't be in alphabetical order. But the Senate is one that was suggested as well. So this is tier 3 plus clans gain influence per day. It increases how much it costs, how much influence it costs. Sorry, I lose my voice there. To get these clans to join me, but we have a ton. I don't think I need to worry about that. It does help strengthen our clans as well. We don't want them, again, we are not Unkid, or at least we try not to be. We're not trying to pull influence away from them. We want them to have influence. We want them to be able to raise armies, hold on to those armies, hold on to territory, petition for, you know, proposals. And so I think I'm okay with proposing Senate. Should help us as well, because we're technically tier 3 plus as well. Let's go ahead and propose this. Everyone supports it. I will as well, of course. I love how the support drops when I add my voice to it. Come on, guys. Now again, some of this stuff is not quote-unquote min-maxing, but I'm sure you're familiar by now that is not what we do around these parts, right? Lord's Privy Council is another thing that was suggested here. A small council of the greatest lords of the realm. This gives the main clans extra influence, but prevents other clans from climbing into their ranks. Okay. So tier 5 clans gain influence. So tier 5 plus clans gain 0.5 influence per day. Influence cost of inviting lower tier clans to army are increased by 20%. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to do that because it only benefits me, and it might prevent some of our clans from inviting other clans into their armies as they, you know, push forward for progress of the realm. Military Corone, I don't think we want to do this. Troop wages will go up, so that's probably not worth it. But let's perhaps take a look at this Lord's Privy Council. I do like the idea of it, and it is, yes, very much in character to implement this, but it's also very much in character to keep in mind that it might harm those that serve us. And again, we don't want to act, I mean, from time to time we will have to act against their interests because they might be self-serving. But when we can avoid it, I would like to avoid it. Apart from that, let's see here. Hunting rights and grazing rights, I believe. Where are you? I haven't already enacted them, no. I've just scrolled past them, I assume. Hunting rights, there we go. Food production is increased, which is really not a bad idea. It hurts town loyalty, though. Okay, maybe. Loyalty is pretty high across the board, if I'm not mistaken. Nobles and other landowners have exclusive rights to hunt in forests. You would expect this to be the other way around. I suppose... Oh, I see. It's food production. It's kind of weird. Because you would expect that these nobles and landowners are giving those rights off to actual hunters and whatnot for food production to go up. Why would that hurt? I understand it's just gamification, but it's a little funny. Grazing rights as well. Landowners could often assert legal rights to common areas and charge villagers money to use them. If ordinary people petitioned a ruler, however, he might give them the right to use all common areas for hunting or grazing as members of the village. So settlement loyalty is increased by 1 per day, and militia production is increased by 1 per day as well. No support in the kingdom, though. Again, I don't want to force anything against the will of all the people in my kingdom. So let's go ahead and leave it at that. One more policy enacted is enough for now. We'll see if we can't draw... They're really far away from us. They are really far away from us. You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and pull Untitled. No, leave it as is. Leave it as is. We're done here. We'll let them roam around a little bit. We'll keep an eye out for where they're going. Hopefully they'll stay, hopefully they'll come in this general direction, and hopefully we'll be able to draw them into our army soon thereafter. Now, down to Hubyar we go to trade and perhaps pick up some more food before we assault Newcastle, and hopefully we do better in the upcoming battles against the Khuzait. We do have some prisoners as well that we'd like to ransom off, so another reason to return to Hubyar. Got all these prisoners as well. Good stuff done over here. Razi is closer, yes, but let's go to Hubyar just for posterity, pulling back and then going up in the direction we have to go anyway. Again, financially we're doing okay. We get so much loot, we get so much stuff. Integ of the Khuzaits has escaped from captivity. Not my captivity, I imagine. I don't know, maybe one of my party members. I don't recognize his name from the list of prisoners, but it could be wrong. Going to arrive at Hubyar not too long from now. There we go. And it is unfortunate that the Aserai have decided to basically, commit suicide. That one final blazing cry, or how it was phrased. But they've declared war on a couple of people. They'll certainly be taken care of. I can't imagine those wars are sustainable. Nonetheless, I'll recruit some of these armed traders. Thank you very much. The defense of Hubyar consists of just 267 soldiers, garrison and militia combined, so not very powerful. But if we're defending Hubyar, that means we've failed at Razi. So let's not leave those guys behind over here. Let's, however, take a look at recruitment. I'm sure, yep, it's all been done by our party members. So let's go over to trade. No time right now to rest and smith, I think. No time right now to do that, but let's go ahead and pick up some food over here. We've got some fish we can grab. We'll grab some grain as well, not too much. Some olives and some beer. A bit of variety over here. 45 days worth of food. Right, fair enough, fair enough. We could also pick up some, animals and whatnot. But there we go. 47 days worth of food now. All right, good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, and we'll check Razi for the rest. 10k over here. We have a lot of junk we can drop off. Unfortunately, none of our thrown weapons are even remotely affordable here. Let's go ahead and drop off some of this junk, shall we? Lots of trash we're carrying around with us. None of it is really worth anything. We'll just make sure that we're not losing money here. I want to make sure we're not losing money here. I want to make sure we're not pulling the trigger on a trade that's actually losing everybody all their money either. Stuff, good stuff. Oh, it's a fun-looking piece of attire, but entirely useless for us. We are so, we're properly kitted up. And one thing I should actually look into, many of you have been suggesting that it's been suggested for a while that perhaps I take a look at, not military garb, but stuff to wear while we're roaming around in cities and whatnot, just to, live up to my title and all a bit more. Can I actually wear these full-on armor on the streets? Because blue, if I'm not mistaken, means it can be used in a civilian setting. I don't know, man. That seems a little strange to me. Does that not seem strange? That seems a little strange. Let's see. If I pop this military... Oh, okay, no. Blue means we can't, right? Let me just check here. Oh, yeah, with the silken band. Okay, yeah, blue means we can't. That makes a lot more sense. Let's get that thob back on here. Go by alphabetical order, please. There we go. Alright. So blue means we can't. Long padded robe. Boots. Eastern leather boots, southern silk clothing. Oh, okay. Southern silk clothing, maybe. Maybe there are better outfits to find elsewhere. Southern dress with robes. Now, when you say dress, is it similar to fine southern dress? Which is clearly not meant for me. There are nicer things here. I want pricier. Some of the stuff feels downright cheap, you know? Long padded robe to protect myself. Should trouble come my way. What kind of shoes are we wearing? Nothing too nice. We can get some nicer shoes. We can get ourselves southern silk clothing. I don't know, man. That looks so gaudy. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, there's a look. There's a look. Southern padded robe. Not liking how it looks. Southern dress with robes. That is certainly a dress. A little bit of assistance included, it seems. Fair enough. You know what, folks? I think for now we're in the middle of a war. Let's not. This isn't. Let's get the thawb back on. Looking like a heart thawb right now, aren't I? All right, let's get the thawb back on. We'll deal with that later. But I have seen your requests. I have seen the suggestions, and we will certainly take a look at that as soon as it makes sense to. As soon as it makes sense to, we'll take a look at that. Let's go ahead and drop a couple more things off over here, though. A little bit more money to be made. Don't want to bankrupt them completely. Want to make sure this is all still fine. Yes, we're still good. Good stuff. Just changed my shoes. A little bit of money made. A little bit of food collected. Up to Razi we go now. I could hit up like Malul and there. You know, let's go to Der Hawa over here. Ooh, Suruk. Eric, catch him, buddy. I could just catch him to 4.7. Restore 4.1. How fast are you? 4.7. I don't want to leave Perik on his own because he might not be able to catch him. Or he might not be able to defeat him, rather. So fine, let Der Hawa sit back there. Let's push up over here. Try and force him down. There we go. Alia gained a skill point in scouting. Good stuff. Oh, you had to get distracted by raiding one of my cities. You had to, right? Oh, come on, where'd he go? Why would you stop chasing? I could speak to Suruk. If I'm able to catch him, I could try speaking to him, but I'm pretty sure Perik will reach him before. Oh, man. Don't separate from me. Alright, he's going to be able to get up over here, right? And pull away. That's really too bad. Alright, back up to Malul. We can't get too distracted over here. Eric's giving chase again. Aserai have declared war on the Khuzait. Are you kidding me, man? With majority support, they're trying to commit suicide here. They're just trying to grab onto anything that they can grab onto. And getting some recruits for everybody. Gonna go ahead and pick up some Aserai horses as well as, no, not gonna steal their food or anything. We can sell them some stuff though. I mean, buying the horses off of them obviously gave them a fair bit of money to work with. Oh, I ended up buying that southern dress. Are you kidding me? Maybe I'll give it to... Ottawa, where are you? Oh, she's not technically... Right. She's in my army, but not in my party. Go ahead and drop this off. Maybe. It's not a terrible piece of armor. Yeah, it's not that great though. Drop all this stuff off. Some army will come through and need to pick this kind of stuff up. It'll be okay. Ooh, interesting. Might be good for somebody. Yeah. You know, mittens as well. There we go. Leave them a bit of money. We are picking up the horses. That's why we're dropping this stuff off. There we go. Down here. Leave Suruk. I saw him go back down this way. I just feel like... I was not just Suruk, but Perik as well. I just feel like I'm going to leave him to his doom if I don't help him a little bit. Nyantai of the Khuzait has been taken prisoner by Okai. Okay, good stuff. Well, that reminds me to check up over here. Dorian the Scholar's down here. Where's everybody else? Can't see everybody else. I'm not going to go too far down over here. Because really, who knows where they've ended up. Suruk of the Khuzait has been taken prisoner by Perik. Well done. Oh no, Okai has been taken prisoner by Taslur. That's what I'm talking about. That's the trouble there. Okai and a lot of very valuable soldiers, I'm sure, have been lost now. You know what I forgot to do, by the way? I forgot to ransom my prisoners. Whoops. Up at Razi, I suppose. Kablab is being raided, so let's go ahead and help over here. Here I thought Perik would need my help, but I suppose not. I suppose not. Doing just fine. Desert bandits here. They're gonna get away from me. They're way too fast. Okai of the Eshkas has been released after battle. Oh, good stuff. Where? I'm curious where Ukai and this fighting is taking place. Last seen at Razi. Oh, so right up over here, eh? Or no, I guess he was released and now he's at Razi. Damn. Alright, Kablab, pick up some recruits, good stuff. Gaining some skill points in rioting as well. Make our way, actually, sorry. Kablab, do you have any food? I was wondering if they'd restocked. Over to Razi. Alia continues to improve her scouting as well. Epis of the Hand of the Aserai has been taken prisoner by the Khuzait. I mean, of course, what do you expect? Improving my stewardship still. Zenon, some random guy died. No worries. So, to the Tavern District. Choose prisoners to be ransomed. I picked up all those soldiers. I forgot to actually do the ransoming. Oh, whoops. Anybody here leveling up? Not just yet, but a couple of prisoners are willing to join us. Good to see. Any tier 5s among you that I can ransom off? I don't think so. Yeah, see, most of my prisoners ran off. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. They were, if I recall correctly, they were mercenary captains, so they're not worth as much anyway. No use crying over spilt milk, right? No use crying over spilt milk. Tier 5s, you're at tier 5. Drop you off over here as well, buddy. Alright, cool. Done. A little bit of money made. Plus, Prindor is out there now, and we can speak to him sooner as well. I'm sure that we've all picked up all of our recruits. Good stuff. Where is Heckard, actually? Still 2 days away. These guys... Thomond is now 8 days away. Where are you guys going? Where are you guys going? I would love them to come closer to me, you know? I was hoping they'd come closer to me. Add some cohesion over here. Take a look at the trade opportunities over here as well. Decent bit of money. Some Aserai horses and some food, perhaps. Yes, indeed. Mind if I do? Gotta get a fair bit of food. It's not really about the variety. I just want to make sure I'm leaving a variety behind, I suppose. 55 days of food. Okay, I think that's gonna have to cut it, I think. Drop off some of these hides over here. Bit of money to be made. And wool as well. A little bit of money to be made. Sure, I'll do it. And velvet. Not the steel, the velvet. I don't know how that misclick happened, but it did. Fur as well, sure thing. Drop off as much as is profitable. And the food stuff we need. Alright, cool. Done here. Paying a little bit. Oh, we're going to change that, obviously. Go ahead and sell them my Merchant's Bane over here that they can afford. And let's go ahead and sell them some armor as well. A couple of these. Sell them a couple of these. One of these. Cool. Leave them a bit of money. But we're okay. 38k. Like I said, financially, we're probably fine, right? Done here. Want to check real quick? Yes, we are done here. Oh, Sturgeon Hunter, actually. Go ahead and pick that up. Go ahead and sell you a couple of these shields, maybe. Sell that. Sell you a couple of these. I'll sell you a hunting bow or two. Cool. Done. Excellent. And actually, this reminds me, every time I see beer for sale, it reminds me, I've been asked as well to highlight our workshops. These numbers have really, you know, changed since the game first released. I remember when the brewer at Sanala would make, what, 500 plus? Might want to actually change some of this stuff around. Like the this is a useless investment at Sargot. Definitely a useless investment. The oil presser at Charas also not making us all that much money. These I should really look at making these all 100 plus. The brewer at Sanala stays. Of course, the silversmith at Ortizia stays as well. But perhaps the brewer at Ortizia needs to be sold off. Same thing with the clother and the oil presser and the brewer at Sargot. And we can find other places to invest in. Now, if you have any inkling as to ideal investment opportunities and spots, let me know. And I will look into it. Mossam, dates, kablab, salt, doka, fish, nothing consistent over here. Kobyar, Iwalitas and Derhawa, the flax and desert horses, nothing consistent. I know there's good, like, pottery and stuff up in these parts. Ooh, what's happening here? Someone else is taking Gersigos Castle. Ooh. That's gotta be the Battanians, I imagine. Good, keeping the Khuzait busy. Good stuff. But, oh, look at this little Valandian holding. Anyway, sorry, as I was saying, I know there's some good stuff up over here, but I don't want to invest in a workshop in a place where we might eventually see war, and we'd lose the workshop without making any profits, and that would be very depressing. But with that said, let's move up to Mossam. Let's move up to to Doka, and then we'll go ahead and hit up Newcastle. Brotherhood of the Woods have made a contract to fight alongside the Aserai. They're just going to be a bunch of mercenary companies where the leaders will die, and then nobody else will be able to recruit them. And again, of the Wolfskin of the Aserai, yeah, as I was saying. Pick up some more recruits here, good stuff. A very green army we're marching with right now, very, very green. Guzid, hello, buddy. Of the Banu Karaz. We won't be able to catch him. What I could try to do over here is turn around, turn my attention to him, and send... I suppose Calatild could be sent forward. Dismiss you from the army. Hopefully she'll give chase. Her speed is 5, his speed is 5. Looks like we'll have him cornered. Try cutting him off. Yeah, see, it ends up feeling a little pointless, doesn't it? We've stopped him from joining, but at what cost? We've not been able to do anything ourselves. I'm moving in this angle over here because he'll eventually have to come up this way. Except for the fact that that rock is going to stop us, of course. Yeah, there's no point. Let's bring Calatild back in. And I'm sure we can't because she doesn't have enough soldiers. Fair enough. Wonderful. Herrick, let's get you to join me instead then. About the right number of soldiers. Go back. Calatild will hopefully get some work done over there, and then we can pull her back into our army as well. But over to Doka we go. I should have known that was going to happen. I should have known. Oh, Anna died of old age. Some other person. Every time I see the word died, and the purple in general makes my heart stop. Gersigos Castle has been given to Joran from Julios. Okay, Gersigos Castle. Where are you again? There we go. Yeah, the Battanians. Fair enough, fair enough. Let their fighting continue. Let them draw the attention of the Khuzait up north. Up at Doka, we'll pick up some recruits. There we are. Oh, more action up north. Takor Castle. Don't know Takor Castle. But that looks like... Well, is it the Valandians, or is it Valandians in service of the Khuzait, right? Like, because the Khuzait have been acquiring lords as well. Nonetheless, over to Kuka as well. See if any locals are willing to join the cause. Aserai lands as it is. But hopefully... Nope, no recruits. No recruit. Can't recruit. Don't have high enough relations to recruit even the lowest tier of troops. Wow. Wild. And none of ours do, of course, have that kind of relations. We can purchase some products as well. We come in peace. Come in peace. Buy all your stuff, actually. Sell you a bunch of junk. I'm sure you'll find buyers. Those are low-quality armors and stuff. Keep that dress for now, I suppose. It wasn't a mistake. It was a gift bought intentionally. Yeah. That's what happened. 103 left over. Sure, you can keep it. Actually, is there anything I can trade over here? Give them some grain. No. Want to keep all the food. Dates. Nope. Keep all the food. Fine. Done here. Moving on to Newcastle. I can't imagine its defenses are too, shored up. Ooh, Tamnu is being raided by Almold of the Brotherhood. Who are the Khuzait at war with? Radagast of the Forest People of the Aserai has been taken prisoner. Of course, I gotta go here, gotta go here, gotta go here. Look at those holdings. So the Aserai, of course, the Ishkas, the Tanyans, and the Karakurgit. Okay. I'm just wondering who's doing the raiding right now up over here at Tamnu. Well, shouldn't maybe think about that too much. Should stay focused on my task. Upgrade some of our soldiers. Nope, just prisoners willing to join. Yep. Right. Yeah, I mean, most of our soldiers will need battle experience at this point to upgrade. Takor is raided by Kareth's party of Khuzait. Ugh. Disgusts me. Over to Newcastle. 196 defenders. Alright, good stuff. This shouldn't be too much of a problem then. With the castle under siege, we will definitely draw their attention down over here. Losing relations with these guys as well, but what can you expect, right? Want to make an omelet. Stuff, good stuff. You got a break. Couple eggs. Alright. Go ahead and pick the pace up over here. Eric has arrived. Meanwhile, am I able to bring Calatild in once more? No, but she is adding soldiers to her forces, so that's good. Looks like these guys, some of them at least, are moving in my general direction as well, and they continue to strengthen their armies too. So that's promising. Hopefully they're engaging like bandits and stuff to train those soldiers. I can only hope, right? I can only hope. There's Peric's arrival. Good stuff. But we'll have no trouble over here. We'll just quickly breach the walls and then attack. We don't have to wait for too long or anything. We, of course, want to make sure that maybe it's not a bad idea, actually, now start drawing some of these guys towards us. Just in case there's a 1,000-strong army marching my way to respond to this siege, right? Oh god, I saw the red as I said that, and I was like, I knew it. I've jinxed myself, I knew it. No, we're okay. We're about 525 with all of our wounded healed. So that's not a terrible number. Keep an eye on these constructions as well. There's Heckard arriving. He's been traveling for how long now? We're about 630 strong now, 650 or so, with all of our wounded healed. Moving to reserves, there we go. Keep at it, keep at it. Oh, Nugent over here. He's not going to attack with those numbers, but there is a response coming. You can see it. 376, 487. Oh man, this is a fast response. If we abandon the siege, though, they'll just pull away. If we abandon the siege, they'll just pull away. They're going to be faster than us because they're slow right now, but we're going to be slower because of that disorganization. We're not going to be able to catch them, and all the progress we've made will be lost. If I'm fortunate, they're not going to get any more... Oh, no. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Many days to go before our reinforcements arrive. Anybody closer by? Nope. This is going to take some time. This could be bad. This is dangerous at the very least. Bad at the very worst. Again, peace is always an option if push comes to shove. You know, we've been adventurous, we've been aggressive, we've made some gains. Peace would come with a lower tribute than we were paying initially. So the war has fulfilled its objective, which is really worth something on its own already. Go ahead and get these guys out over here. Actually, hold on a second. They're not all turning around to fire. There we go. Just in case. Get you guys out. And now get you out as well, please. Get to work here. Let's get to work fast. Get this over with. Break those walls. Let us in before more reinforcements arrive. Okay, I saw some purple over here. Okay, we're good. We're good. Keep at it, folks. Keep at it. Villagers carrying food with our army as well. 28 days of food. Let's go ahead and add cohesion. Just in case. Oh no, what's happening? Currently fighting an enemy. Hang in there, Thomond. Hang in there. Alright, let's go. A bit of progress so far, yeah. Let's just go. Oh no, this is trouble. This is troubling, to say the least. I think some of our reinforcements are right around the corner, though. A day away. Okay, okay. 15 hours. A day and 11 hours. Alright, so they're going to be arriving soon. Good. Good stuff. Let's hope our hubris doesn't have us paying the ultimate price here. Yeah, doing some good damage here. And some great damage here. Oh, actually, daily gold change is positive for... You know, every once in a while it ends up positive, and it's always good to see. It's always good to make note of, just to make us feel a little bit better. There's Untitled coming in from that side. As many of you predicted, they might be traveling through Khuzait territory as opposed to the Aserai lands. It is what it is. Come on, scare these guys off and join me. If you can. There we go, there we go. Good stuff. Tovir has arrived as well. Ah, look at that. Look at these cowards. You would think they were led by Kareth. Alright. Reinforcements have arrived. Full strength over here. This will not be cause for concern anymore. Western Empire and Aserai have made peace. That's hilarious. Don't tell me the Aserai have gained land up top there. That would be also hilarious, if I'm completely honest. Okay, one wall cracked. Another wall almost cracked. Dorian has arrived as well. Beautiful. These guys are well scared off now. Good stuff. 1,006 of us, 165 of them. No use waiting. Let's get the job here done. Maybe even trap Knugen's army over here. If we can eliminate 680 of the enemy forces right off the bat over here, we will not be making peace. Look, Heckard is excited for this. Tovir, I don't understand your desire for peace here. Gains will be made. Aldhan, Kalatild. Come on now. Home has not yet been liberated. Our people are not yet free. This is where it becomes a matter of... It's difficult. I could say yes, but we're so close to gaining a castle. If not, everything up to Hassan Falk. Trust me, Tovir, and Aldhan, and Kalatil. Trust me. You stand to gain from these successes. Will not be peace. Not yet. Not yet. Done here. Okay. What I wanted to look at was Khazate. Oh yeah, look at that. That's below 3,000 now. It was up at 4,000 something, right? So that's promising. That's promising. Okay. Stuff, good stuff. Let's go ahead and make sure our party is all upgraded and, you know, recruited from the prisoners where necessary. Yeah, Mamluk regular, sure. We need more horse archers. Lots of prisoners here willing to join us. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to get the cavalry prisoners to join us just quite yet. Everybody else, yes. I know I got that one cav guy, but that's okay. The one. Horseman, Kankli, you're all good, you're all good. That's a lot of cavalry, actually. Alright, good stuff. Done here. Check our inventory as well. Make sure we're properly equipped, which we are not. Go ahead and get the Executioner's Axe equipped. Done. And let's lead the assault. We've got our trebs, but we're probably not going to use them on the battlefield. We dive in, we take down Newcastle, we try and take this army on. We'll be a fair bit slower than them, as you can see, already quite slow. Disorganized is impacting this as well, but, you know, even with that gone, I don't think it's going to be enough for us to take these guys on. Nonetheless, focused on the task at hand. Lead the assault. Properly equipped, yep. Good. Newcastle once again falls. How long has this been held by the Khazate? How long has Unkid failed to do anything about, you know, Aserai living their lives under the torment of Khazate rule? Under the hoof of the Khazate horses. Auto-deploy a couple times, get rid of the Krebs. I don't think any of them are gonna provide any value here. Maybe that one, but even then I have my doubts. Now let's begin the assault. We'll go up that way, dive in, get involved personally. Make quick work of them. It's a small garrison, so it shouldn't be a problem. Let's begin. Come on, men. For the Aserai. The people, not the Sultanate. Let's ride. Up we go. Hopefully we'll get first kills. That'll make me feel a little bit better. Always feels good to get... first kill. A militia archer killed one of our master archers. For real. In we go. Alright, excellent. Top over here. Off our horse. And let's actually go sword and board up top over here. Don't want to get killed by a stray arrow. There we go. One more down. This crossbow is just kind of standing here. There we go. Down you go. Whoop. Excellent. Down with you, and down with you as well. Alright, axe out. Work over here. Men have arrived at the walls. Push through. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Taking some losses, some wounds, some deaths. Nature of the beast, right? Work over here, though. There we go. Come on, men. Push. Excellent. When you're pushing through, those guys are going to flee. Let them. This guy's not fleeing. Especially not now. Or reinforcements arriving over here, or perhaps cowards from the other side. It's pretty interesting, like, especially with this castle layout, I always have the angle that I come from. I wonder what the soldiers think of, like, you know, which side they've been assigned. Like, oh, this is the side Partia fights in, or this is the side he doesn't. Hey, improved our athletics as well. Fantastic to see. We've done pretty well, I would say. We've lost a couple of soldiers here and there, but that's to be expected. Again, a lot of our soldiers are green as it gets, right? As green as it gets. This is the only way to harden them. Eldhan was dropped there. Wounded only. Probably trying to take the towers over here now. Mamluk soldier wounded. I think overall we're doing alright though. Come on, men. Push. End the fighting. Beautiful to see our banners up top over there. Beautiful. Once more our colors grace the walls of Newcastle. All jammed up over here. There it is. Hovier getting one of the final kills. Beautiful. Beautiful work. We have won the battle. Well done, men. 34 killed, 28 wounded. Yeah, not perfect. I would have liked to have not lost anybody. That would be perfect, but let's be realistic, right? I believe nobody died. Yeah. No notable nobles died. But nobody outside of the 34 died, I mean. Decent performances overall. Mamluk soldier here. Throw recruits, Palace Guard, that one hurts a little bit. Well, Bedouin, not too bad, not too bad. Footman, infantry recruit, okay. Okay, so just a handful of, mid/high tier soldiers here and there. Some militia, even if it says veteran, it's still militia. Militia spearmen. Alright, I think we're okay. I think that was an okay battle in terms of overall performance. Lots of leveling up as well, which is, of course, very helpful. Only 2 in my party, unfortunately, but that's okay. Everybody else is, as long as there's some leveling up going on for our armies as a whole. Good variety of prisoners. Actually, you know what? Not many of them worth much. Sure, I'll stick with that. Everybody else can run along. There's no point. There's no point. Anybody here leveled up? Mercenary crossbows, sure. And one more, right? Yeah, the Mamluk axemen, sure thing. We have a couple of prisoners, actually, that we can now recruit because they were cavalry. I didn't want to risk them being killed in a siege battle. So now we can recruit them, add to our numbers. We are able to take on... You know what? Got room for them. Take them on. We got more than enough room. More room than I initially expected. Good stuff. Done here. All of the loot. Don't mind if I do. Done here. Newcastle is ours. These guys aren't happy about it, so be it. It wouldn't be a bad idea to leave some soldiers behind. Militia primarily. We've got what? Got a couple of soldiers. The Aserai armed traders. Don't need them with us. Leave behind the militia archers, militia spearmen. Militia veteran spearmen as well. Good stuff. It's something. We'll hand this off to somebody else. We'll see whose names come up and then make a decision accordingly, obviously. But this is something to start with at the very least. 16 soldiers. Very well. Done here. Good gains. Take a look at the situation over here really quickly. Look at that tribute. Look at that tribute drop. I love it. We could also take a look at the castle itself. Decently upgraded in some aspects, but in other aspects, horribly left behind. Absolutely pitiful. Continue training militia. Food is looking okay at least. Man, yeah, training fields aren't even built yet. Jeez. Kind of a sad state this castle has been left in. Not much we can do about it. We'll be handing it off to somebody else, so not much we can do about it. Let's go ahead and chase after Kanujan's army over here. I want to see if we can't corner him against the mountain range here and engage him there. It'll be a hefty fight, though. It'll be a hefty fight. It's not a small army. And I doubt it's a weak army either. Only 80 horse archers, though, so that's promising. 389 infantry, 143 ranged. We should be fine. If we were able to catch them. My worry is that even Temian over here is able to kind of get away and engage. I could let Najin here. Rather, no, Dorian, you go ahead. How fast are you, Dorian? Dorian. 2.3 versus 3.3. That speed is partially because of disorganized, obviously. Dorian, come on, man. Come on. Come on. You know what I need you to do. You know what I need you to do. Come on. He is just sitting there. Engage him at least. You're seriously not even going to engage them. So I get nothing. This is hilarious. I can't leave these guys free back over here because they might just attack Newcastle just as well, right? And just leave them roaming. Alright. Fine. Pickard. He's a bit more numerous. Dorian, let's bring you back before you go on an adventure out there. Pickard, how fast are you? 4.4. There we go. 3.1. Do it. Owner of Newcastle, we'll do that right now. I'll Pickard's party here, though. And I think we'll actually have to get involved in the fighting. Make sure we're properly set up for it. Go ahead and... What is this? A prisoner? Wow, all the way at the bottom here. Sure. Done. And make sure we've got the proper equipment as well. Get that Valandian heavy lance. Done. El Pickard's party. Let's attack. Yeah, let's attack. want to just make sure I'm in the right headspace when I'm fighting the Khuzait. See what kind of armies they're using and how... again, it's hard to tell with such a small army on the other side. This is also not your typical battlefield either, so that doesn't help either. Wow. Now I'm stuck here against some horses. Come on, let's move. Doubt they'll be too aggressive. Got one horse archer over here that looks like they might be pushing forward, so good for them. Otherwise, I imagine they'll largely be sitting back. Blood everybody up. Oh, they might actually be coming up over here. Or to... Nah. They're staying put up there. Fair enough. Our archers will get a lot of work done, though. Oh my god, look at our army. Eating shots right now. We're okay. We're okay. Our men are coming up. Their horse archer has decided to pull back. We're actually able to get up over here and get a decent vantage point. Excellent. Well, apart from the trees blocking our view over here. Move up to here. Just a little valley over here, so it's not a river or anything like that. Turn to face me. We're okay. Archers. Loose formation. Arrows up front. Horse archers up here. Cavalry. You can stay put over there. Good stuff. Their archers get some work done. Infantry. Field wall with you. Horse archers are firing away from over here. Expect to see at least a couple of kills come through. Oh yeah, there we go. Archers as well, able to let loose. We'll get some kills and then we'll send our infantry up front. We're engaging them. They realize that there is no point to their quote-unquote strategy. Let's send our infantry up front. We'll eat some charges otherwise. Oh, we're still okay. We're still okay. Coming over the cusp of the hill over there. Most of our archers are still able to fire. Horse archers as well. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Cavalry, move up. Drop that fool. We're good, we're good, we're good. And our cavalry up that way, let's go. Infantry charge. Okay. I think we're okay, folks. That was pretty good. Not too shabby. Cavalry, get charges going. Horse archers, take command. Try and get some of those kills racked up so we can get a little bit more training done. Battle is done. We have won. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that flood of the Aserai. Good stuff. 7 lost, unfortunately. 26 have leveled up. I imagine the ones we've lost are largely... oh no, some veteran infantry over here and a Mamluk regular. Okay, fair enough. So be it. Valandian recruit. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Eckhard, I arrived just in the nick of time, Partia. You have my deepest thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Temian. He and I don't really get along. Is there any value in trying to repair these relations? Not really, because when I attack Shibal Zamur Castle, those relations will drop again. We're much better off taking him as a prisoner and then maybe ransoming him off. You're my prisoner now. You are at my mercy indeed. Go ahead and pick up all 32 of these prisoners, I suppose. Got room for them. We've got room for them. I suppose we could visit a city soon to get some ransoms, I suppose. Sure. It slows us down is the thing. Pick up all the loot as well. Yep. Done here. Go ahead and regroup our army. Who was it that I sent forward? Heckard, right? Yeah, Heckard. Calatilde has raised her army count quite significantly, so that's good to see. Should start drawing her towards me as well. She's not too far away. 15 hours away. Perhaps pull you in. Let's go ahead to Newcastle. In fact, first of all, let's decide who gets Newcastle. Well, looks like majority support is with Ukai over here. Ukai at present has no lands. Kalatild has Razi, an entire city. Jemaya Castle, and Jemaya Castle as well. What? Eckhard has Medeni Castle and Jacolan. Ukai. Here. Majority of support is for him. In fact, even Kalatild is giving support to Ukai. So, very well, Ukai. Serve us well. Serve us well. Okay, with majority support, excellent. Done here. That should allow everyone to drop off some soldiers when we arrive. Because again, if I take it, no one's going to drop soldiers off. They take it. Good stuff. Oh, sorry. Actually, I want to check. I check the dungeons, right? It's not my castle. And you can see how much it affects our numbers. Actually, we went from 900 strong to not. Oh, look at that! Look at that. Alia's scouting over here. In action. Good stuff. Getting proper judgment calls on our tracking over here. We have to move up towards Shabal Zumud Castle anyway. I'm going to try and cut off this army that we saw over here en route. Not too many defenders back at Newcastle. So we can't, you know, be too cavalier. La Mesa, anybody willing to join us here? Relations aren't good enough. No surprises, any food or anything we can buy? We're humble traders. Ooh, some Aserai horses, don't mind if I do. Pick up all your grain, your butter, your cheese. Let me sell you some shields. They'll keep you safe. How about that? How about that? Nice looking shield. Have some hunting bows instead. A couple of step bows. More hunting bows, cracked simple bows, Nordic short bows, a bunch of barbed wires, bolts for piercing arrows we'll keep, some step arrows as well, and some regular arrows. Good stuff, splintered arrows as well. Good stuff, done. Just offloading some of that junk, right? Over to Shabal Zamur. 305 defenders, that's not too wild or anything. Make our move. Where is this army, though? Where is this army? Milosh. I'll speak to any noble, by the way, from any background. 19 days of food with this army right now. Attacking Shabal Zamur will not take 19 days. Probably not a bad idea to do that. We'll just want to make sure that we keep an eye on our circumstances, right? Yeah, let's push on. Let's push on. Push on here. Oh, not villagers. There is Kanujan's army. I could strike at him instead. Cut him off, right? Bring an end to this dance of ours. Let's maybe send... Let's send Tovir out forward. Hopefully, he'll do what I expect of him. Come on, buddy. I believe in you. I believe in you. Yeah, looks like he's doing exactly that. Now this. Fight the fight. Go on now. Oh, dude, come on. Come on, you're so close. Engage him before he reinforces. Numbers are dropping, though. Looks like they might be starving or something. There it is. There it is. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. So now I can engage them over here. We can actually take Hassan Falk first. 529 defenders. Oh, not too bad, but that siege will have to go on for longer. We have 20 days worth of food. Jabal Zamur might provide us with some grain, which is good and helpful. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see how this battle goes first, right? Because it might be... I might have bitten off more than I can chew. Let's be real here. This might be a very capable army. Numbers favor us. But, who knows if quality favors them. Let's take a look at our party really quickly. Make sure that we have people upgraded if they can be. Seems as though some of them can be. Upgrade you, and upgrade you as well. Good stuff. You too, Aserai Footman. Down over here. Upgrade you. Got a couple of prisoners as well. We need to ransom here and there. Alright, all good. Beautiful stuff. I believe we are properly equipped as well. Want to make sure the Valanian Heavy Lance. Yes, indeed. Let's go ahead and help Tovir's party. Yep, let's do it. We're going to attack. We have to fight this one. And got to keep our cool over here. It's on a bridge, actually, so I'm very curious as to how this is going to play out. Again, we didn't have full control over when the engagement would happen, obviously. But let's see if we can't maintain some kind of an advantage over here. The last battle, our archers did a lot of work. Ooh, looks like it's not at a bridge at all. Looks like we must have crossed the bridge to engage. Happens a lot of time historically. I mean, armies let other armies maneuver into a position if they feel like there's a better engagement to happen. So, could be that. But nonetheless, here we go. Where are you? All the way over there. I doubt they're likely to come up. Infantry. Off your horses. Move up, let's move up. Cavalry up over there. Horse archers up over there. Let's go. I doubt they'll be coming towards us. That's a lot of horse archers, though. There's a lot of horse archers. Let's see if we can't take up this mound over here at first, if nothing else. Right, just like this. There's a big army. Wedge formation. Get my lance out. Cavalry push through. I'm gonna come from the side over here. And these guys in place. Charge in. Let's go. Good stuff so far. Good stuff so far. I would say very good stuff so far, actually. Okay, keep giving chase over here. A lot of these guys have slower horses, it seems. Especially compared to myself. Loop back around over here. Got it. Get the glaive out, sorry. Need to make sure we maintain some form of cohesion. Don't want to get too adventurous. Oh, they're really forming up all the way back there, eh? Oh, okay. Cavalry. Fall back, fall back, fall back. Fall back. Up over here. Actually, riders up over there. Infantry down over here. Archers up over here. Horse archers come up there. Alright. This will take some time for them to get into position. Get ready. Charge. Move in again, trying to eliminate these horse archers. Looks like their forces have pulled back even further. Cowards. Let's get the glaive out. Work over here. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh. Pulled in a little too hard. Infantry. On me, on me, on me. Come on. Safety. Come on, men. The tactical repositioning. This is no retreat. Couple of losses there. Not ideal. Loop back around here. Oh. Didn't actually do enough damage to kill him. The riders are with me. Can't believe I missed that one. We're okay, we're okay. Pulling up over here. Switch up to here. Let's go. Our archers have arrived as well, so hopefully they'll be able to get a little bit of work done. Should our enemy get a little adventurous again. Let's see. What is the best approach over here? Cavalry. Push you through. Archers. Pull you up over here, let's go. Let's go. Want to keep an eye on them. Infantry. Up over here. We're all the way back there, eh? That's a long way to go. Horse archers. Take command. Doing alright, doing alright. Little horse. Back over here. Alright, now we're able to fire over here. Let's back up a little bit, keep our vantage point. There we go. Fire free. Good stuff. Infantry. Shield wall. Archers. Loose formation. Horse archers, hopefully you're playing it safe. Doing alright, doing alright. Doing okay. Excellent. Yep, good stuff. Cavalry. Push up, let's go. Shut that nonsense down, please. Yeah, good hits, good hits. Archers are still firing away from the relative safety up over here. Maybe push our cavalry all the way back to their archers. Now let's pull back over here, keep these guys busy. Archers continue to fire away. They're getting a lot of work done, I think. On both sides of this mound. Yep, good stuff. Horse archers. Pull back to that side, please. You're just getting in my way here. Do not appreciate that. Move our cavalry up over there. Shut down their archers at the back. Front lines are going to engage now. We're going to try and push into their backs as well with our cavalry when the opportunity presents itself. Stuff. I think some reinforcements are spawning on both sides of the field. Front lines are engaging, I think. Let's pull in over here. Let's go. Come on, cavalry. Let's go. Let's go. Good rear charges. Excellent. Giving chase up over there. Their archers are free otherwise. Alia gained a level. Wonderful to see. Wonderful to see. We are still holding the line. Men, advance. Make sure we shut down their archers, right? We want to give them free reign. Look at all those skills being gained at the bottom left corner there. Good to see. There are more charges. I thought I told our men to advance. Right, alright. Are they pulling back to their reinforcements? I think that's what's going on. Or they're retreating. It's hard to get a full read. Infantry up front over here. Archers back up over here. The slaughter over here. Quite a few of them are just leaving, aren't they? Quite a few of them are just straight up leaving. Some are still willing to stand and fight. Horse archers, take command. Trying to figure out, get our cavalry back up over there. Trying to figure out the best approach over here as they try to retreat. Make sure we maintain the aggression, but don't open ourselves up for attack. Move up a little bit. It looks like they are returning to the field as well. Some of them at least. They've rallied, as it were. Not a problem, not a problem. Come on now. Cavalry up over here, let's go. Cut this nonsense down. Getting messy now. Getting messy. Archers up over here, let's go. Hurry it up. Infantry. Hold the line over there. Cavalry can push in for another charge down there. Oh, this guy get dropped. So let's go. Okay. Infantry. Advance. Not too bad still, not too bad still. Lave out. Such a messy battlefield, honestly. Flip over here. These are our cavalry. Go ahead and support the front line a little bit, maybe. Push up over here. Lots of archers freely firing away. Unacceptable behavior. My missing is also unacceptable behavior. Our archers are at the side over here. They should be able to fire relatively freely as well. Let's move them forward a little bit. Ah. We're okay, we're okay. Bad hit there. Fine overall. Cavalry pull you back. You're just kind of like in a little bit of trouble there. Can't just leave you. Yeah, we're okay. They got a handful of soldiers left. We're more than okay. Archers finishing things up over here, looks like. Cavalry keep pulling you back a little bit. Alright. Charge free. Infantry, charge free. Archers continue to fire away. I think we're done. We took some losses, that's for sure. We took some losses, but I would say that was a fairly well tackled battle. A couple of stragglers here and there, I imagine, still to be taken. Oh, this is great, just to have this banner up here with me. Well done, men. Well done. Lots of leveling up as well for our nobles as well as for our soldiers, it seems. 93 lost is not that bad, all things considered. 88 wounded. Not that bad. I mean, we outnumbered them, yes, but I was expecting 100 plus. Actually, honestly, I was expecting 150 plus. That's really not that bad. We can kind of take a look at both sides of the list over here to see what we were up against and what we had and how quality actually compared. And yeah, lots of leveling up for our nobles as well, for our characters as it were. Alia over here especially. Nice, good stuff over here for Alia. Erothion over here as well. Good surgeon that he is, keeping our soldiers alive. Alright. Alright, you know, very, very happy actually with the end result there. Only 10 of our soldiers surrendered. Okay. They'll learn. Veterancy removes fear, right? Tovir. Again, you save our next Partia. Truly, you are the best of friends. This was a strategic maneuver, Tovir. We discussed this, I'm sure. But hey, it helps our relations, so be it. Honoratus, our relations don't really... Ooh, look at that. It would be way too expensive, almost guaranteed to convince, but would let him loose. Alright, you're free to go, Honoratus. You're free to go. Let's see what we can do here. Esul of the Frigate. Misui is the commander. You know what? You're free to go as well. Excellent. Might help a little bit when the time comes. Mehir of the Tigrit clan. Urunag we have already spoken to. I forget how that went now. But, just to aid us, you're free to go as well. I am a man of honor. Zeno. We don't get along. There's no point here. You're my prisoner. You are at my mercy. Kanujin. Come into my land to raid it, to attack it, and to be so pointlessly weak. You're my prisoner now as well. Excellent. Some bargaining chips. 212 prisoners. 212 prisoners. Okay. That will need a little bit of juggling, potentially. A lot of these guys are tier 5s, though, from what I'm seeing. Khazate Horseman for the Khazate Heavy Lancer. Yep. Over here, upgrade you. Upgrade you. Finally, some high tier Fian. Any prisoners here? Willing to join us? No. Okay. We don't have that much room. In fact, we are topped up on prisoners right now. We are not close to one of our castles or anything. Lots of tier 5s. I mean, this kind of gives you a picture of what kind of army we were up against, eh? Gives you a little bit of a picture. Alright, let's drop off some of our weakest. Some of our less skilled. Imperial recruits, watchmen, tribesmen, militia archers, militia spearmen. They're all free to roam as you wish, I suppose. Okay. Instead, we can go ahead and pick up what? Khazate Horseman, Imperial Heavy Horseman. Khazate Raider. These tribal warriors have a ways to go before they get upgraded to the right levels and whatnot, but they're, you know, on the right path, so to speak. I might pick them up as well. Ooh, Torgud. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Pair of you. Go a long way. Landian Banner Knights, can't have them. Khazate Horse Archers, yup. Khazate Lancers, yup. High tier prisoners, they will take a fair bit of convincing before they'll join us, unfortunately. A fair bit. Tribal warriors, let's try it. What are we looking at? Close. We can get one more prisoner. One more. Who among you? I suppose we could go with the Hardened Brigand over here. High tier horseman. Yep. High tier that we can recruit horsemen. Very well. Done here. All the other prisoners can be picked up by the others. Oh, we're actually over our limit here. Alright, who's lowest tier here? Some Aserai footmen we can drop off, perhaps? Big lead recruit, sure. Drop you off, buddy. Imperial archers as well. There's so many high-quality soldiers in here. I don't know how many will even join us. You know? Let's do that. Sure, done. Not gonna look at it anymore. Everybody else goes to other people. Done here. A good victory won. Pick up all of the loot as well, of course. Must have been a good bit of plunder as well, considering how much money we have right now. I missed it. But Tovir, join us again. Do we strike at Hassanfalk? Again, we have 26 days worth of food now because of the loot gain there. We could strike at Hassanfalk. Or do it properly. You know, take Shibal, Zimur, and then take Hassanfalk. Not sure. But it is something I will turn to the council for, as, folks, that is the end of this session. A pretty eventful one, I would say. We've got a new policy. We've made some gains against the Khazate. In fact, with that army destroyed as well, we've made significant gains against the Khazate. Oh, we were so worried about how much terror they would cause us and how difficult it would be to defeat them, but seems as though things are going fairly well for us. against these horse lords of the east. Hopefully it'll continue in that way. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Somehow, Unkid finds a way to survive. Oh, Unkid. Just like the cockroach you are. Fair enough. Fair enough. They found themselves a new home, I suppose, on the topic of home, eh? But as we continue to secure our home, folks, like I said, this is the end of this session. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of, and how I go about doing it. As always, as well, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, I bid you farewell.